We can proceed.
The court pleases. Today is the 17th of July 2025 in the Magistrate's Court of Windhoek, sitting at JP Karwahe Street in the matter between Emmanuel Mulunga and 14 others, case number 854 of 2025. Presiding officer, Mr. Samunzala, for the state, Meili Lungwe, assisted by my colleague Ms. Hinda, for accused 1, 3, 8, and 13, Mr. Bangamavo, for accused 2 and 14, Mr. Engelbrecht, accused 4, Mr. Kasper, accused 5, accused 6, accused 7, and accused 10 and 11, Mr. Namanje, and accused 9 and accused accused 9, Ms. Gebhardt, and we are ready to proceed.
Confirm appearance, Your Worship.
Please, the court, Your Worship. I still call on record for first, third, and eighth accused person. Please, the court, Your Worship.
May it please the court, Your Worship, I remain on record on behalf of accused number 4. I am standing in for Mr. Engelbrecht on behalf of accused number 2. The court pleases.
As the court pleases, Your Worship, I continue acting for accused number 5, 6, and 7, and my two colleagues, juniors, Mr. Gaib and Marco Katondana. They are both in other courts, Your Worship. They will be joining us at some point. So I therefore seek leave that they may join court when the matter is proceeding, Your Worship. Your Worship, may I just go on record on one thing, just for context, and in the interest of the proceedings. We have now been in court almost for 4 days, and these proceedings have generated a lot of public scrutiny and so forth. We, as the legal team, representing the Prosecutor General and accused person, have our constitutional duty to do what we are required to do to represent my colleague. The two colleagues from the state are perfectly and constitutionally and statutorily representing the interests of the Prosecutor General, who has the right and the title and interest to prosecute effectively. On the other hand, the legal practitioners, we have constitutional right, and in fact we have taken an oath to effectively represent our clients in proceedings of this nature. So all of us, whether it is the state, we are not parties to these proceedings, and we are representing our principles. My colleague for the state representing the Prosecutor General, and the Defense Counsel, the accused persons. Of course, in matters of this kind, there may be frustration with matters with the logistical setup and many other things, and at some point it may become hot, so to say. Your Worship, this morning, as legal practitioners, and because we want to finish this bail application and not to delay it, we engaged ourselves and committed ourselves to see that we move fast and we conduct this proceeding in a most dignified manner in the interest of justice, our clients, those of us who are legal practitioners, and the state represented by the public prosecutors. In that way, we will seek Your Worship to ensure that we move as fast as possible, and but without sacrificing the necessity of us to be effective in representing our principles, the Prosecutor General and our clients. That being said, Your Worship, we will do our best to make the proceedings fair and dignified, Your Worship, in the interest of the proceedings, our clients and the state. And I'm speaking on behalf of my colleagues, and all of these councils, both for the state. We have fought battles for years and years, and Your Worship, we have been in this court. So we will seek to move fast, and despite frustration here and there, to see to it that we complete this bail application. Your Worship, it's a commitment we make to you.
That is in order.
Yeah.
The court also, you would know that in terms of the court sitting, when dealing with bail application, the court have a responsibility, and that is the responsibility to ensure that there is a proper inquiry, not only an inquiry, but proper inquiry to do justice to the issue the court is called upon to do. Therefore, the court must also ensure that the proceedings are proper, the inquiry is proper, and that the court has a duty to deal with those issues it's required to do. So we can then proceed.
As it pleases the court.
Mr. Elindi, yesterday I was busy with a statement of eco trading. Do you recall that? I just want to inform you to get to the bank statement of eco trading. Now, I want you to start on page, Your Worship, I'm referring to the eco trading bank statement that is account number 800653483. Is the court with me?
Yes.
Yes. Now, Mr. Elindi, I want you to, on the first page, the transactions that starts from the 1st of January 2022 to the 29th of January 2022. Do you see that?
Yes.
Yes. I want to ask you to refer me to any single payment that came from Enacon, Namibia Pty Limited, into that account of eco trading on that first page.
Would it not be better, Your Worship, seeing that what my colleagues seek is a factual confirmation whether there was a payment from Enacon to ECO? Is it not perhaps fair for my colleague rather to ask a witness whether there is any transaction described in the name of Enacon? Why I'm saying that, Your Worship, is that the only way you can perhaps infer that the payment is from a particular party is by description, but that is not exclusive. A payment could be, for instance, why I'm saying that if you look at the 16th of April, transaction 107, Your Worship, is the court with me?
Yes, yes.
You will see that fuel PMT, I don't want to read something else that is not written. And you will see that there is a payment of 2 million. So in other words, is it not rather fair for my colleague to ask for payment described in the statement as opposed to say where Enacon paid as a fact, because it, in my view, a description is not conclusive. I don't know whether, I'm not objecting, I'm just trying to,
Yes.
to be fair, to simply ask the witness, can you show me a payment which is referenced or described as Enacon? Then he's fine, because he doesn't seek to suggest that always a payment must carry the name of Enacon.
Yes, I understand you. but yes, I think
Your Worship, before I answer, I just want to correct myself. It's not 1 January, it's 1 April 2022.
What?
I said 1 January, but it's 1 April.
Oh, the date.
Yes, the date.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now, Your Worship, I would not want to put the question that way, because if the Worship have regard to page 4 of that document, transaction of 19 July 2022, transaction code 107. In the description, it specifically says Enercon Namibia Fuel PMT. So I would not want to restrict my question to say, just because it says fuel payment of 2 million, the one that is being suggested on the 16th of April, that it necessarily came from Enercon. That is, the descriptions are what they are. They describe what the payment was for. So,
Okay.
yes.
I understand your question and I understand Mr. Namanje's concerns. However, I am going to allow your question as you put it to the witness.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm indebted, Your Worship. Yes. Yes?
Yeah,
Can you answer?
no, just to, I wouldn't be remembering all these transactions because I don't deal with transaction at my position as a chairperson. Generally, I have the accountant that does. But as I said, it's not going to be easy for us when transaction comes in like this one written on the 29th, for example, of April 2022. It's also saying fuel payment. Whether it came from Enercon, banks sometimes make those transactions, those entry like that. So it's going to be difficult for me to be able to satisfy your question.
No, Mr. Lindy, what I'm asking you is that the beauty of this document is that it has a description, and in the description it says what the payment was for and where the money came from. So my question is very specific. I'm asking you, on the first page of that document, do you see any payment in the description that says Enercon Namibia? Do you see it? Let's just stop there.
No, I can't see it. But similarly, fuel payment from where? For example, this entry on the 29th of April 2022, where is it coming from? That's the issue. But there is nothing describing Enercon.
Thank you. That was not what I asked you. Let's go to the second page of that document. Transaction that starts from 29th of April 2022 to 30 May 2022.
Starting from
29 April 2022 to 30 May 2022.
yes.
I want you to take your time. You go through those transactions and tell us if there was any payment with a description Enercon Namibia into Eco Trading's account.
Not very specific, but as I said, I also want just to explain one context. The period March, from February, March, that's the period that government, for example, close their books for payment. You would see that payment only, for example, start coming up after that. But yeah, for purpose of your question, no.
Mr. Alindi, I would appreciate if you answer my questions the way I asked them, because if you give a lot, okay, no, yes.
Your Worship, but the witness is entitled to give context to any answer he is giving. He cannot be muzzled. So I don't want my client to, because I have no record of my client having been in court prior to this bail application, to think it's not his constitutional right when asked a question to give context to his answer. So he's entitled to say, yes, this is what, but my explanation is this way, Your Worship.
Yes, the question has been answered. Yes, sir, just answer the question, then we move on.
Mr. Elindi, on page 3 of that document, still on the bank statement of Eco Trading, I want to take you to 8 July, transaction 107. Do you see that? In the description it says Enacon, Namibia, and the credit balance is
What
200,000.
page?
Page 3, Your Worship.
What is the date?
8 July 2022.
Transaction 107?
Yes. 200,000. Do you see that?
Yes.
Yes. So this one is very exact that the amount of 200,000 came from Enacon. You agree with me?
Yes.
And the other amount, as it was being suggested, the amount of 2 million on the first page, those ones don't say where they came from. It just says fuel payment. You agree?
Yes, but it doesn't preclude that it might have come from Eneco. So it all need to be verified through the correct banking mechanism.
But for the purposes of now, we are dealing with the descriptions as they are on the document, not what you think, but I'm interrogating the document with you. So it's only that, on page 3, it's only that amount of 200,000 that shows that the money came from Enacon. Are we in agreement?
Yes.
All right. Now, let's proceed to page 4 of that document. Do you see that on the 19th of July, transaction code 107, Enacon Namibia fuel payment in the credit balance 9.5 million. Do you see that?
9.5.
Yes.
Why?
Page 4.
Yes. Yes.
And it's very specific. Enacon Namibia fuel payment. You are in agreement?
Yes.
Yes. And then further going down on that document, we do not see any other payment that came from Enacon Namibia to Eco Trading. Are we in agreement?
Yes.
And in fact, if we proceed to page number 5 of that document, the only other amount that comes to that account of Eco Trading from Enacon Namibia is the 17th of August 2022, transaction number 107.
1 million.
And then again, no other amount comes from Enacon into that account on that page 5. You can take your time and look at it.
Yes.
So there is none. You are in agreement.
No, I'm not seeing any.
All right. Now let's proceed to the next page. That is page 6. On page 6, from the date of the 1st of November 2022 to the 31st of December 2022.
Can you repeat?
Your Worship, 1 November 2022 to 31 December 2022.
Yeah.
Again, we do not see any amount of money that was paid from Enacon into Eco Trading. You look at the document and tell me if you see any on page 6.
No. That's correct.
In fact, even on the last page 7 of that document, the transaction of 31 December only. Again, we do not see any amount of money coming from Enacon to Eco Trading. You agree?
Yes.
So you are saying you were paying for fuel being supplied to you by Eco Trading, but on this document it's only two transactions. Let me just verify. The court can just bear with me, Your Worship.
Take your time.
Yes. In fact, it's only two transactions that shows that Eco Trading was receiving money from Enacon for fuel payments, as you are saying, and I'll direct you to those payments. It's the payment of 8 July 2022, an amount of 200,000, and thereafter 9.5 million paid on 17 July 2022. Only two. You are in agreement on this bank statement that we have. Only two.
What is your answer?
Yes.
So in fact, when the amount of 200,000 was paid, let me direct you to that amount on page 3, the date of 8 July. At that time, there was only $596.74, the balance in that account. So if you are saying you were in regular business with Eco Trading and you were paying money,
With respect, Your Worship, my client never said, he said, since 2017 or 18, Enacon has been in business with ECO. He never used that they have been in regular. That is my colleague introducing a word for a narrative to say, because you said regular, one would have expected on this partial bank statement to be regular payment. My colleague must not start panel beating and amending my client's testimony to suit a particular. My client said, yes, there was a relationship, but he never said regular. He never said that, Your Worship.
Counsel?
well, it's up to him to answer, not for Mr. Namangi
But
to answer.
the word you use, he's only saying the word used regular. Yes.
Well, I'll
Can you
put-
just rephrase your...
Yes.
Yes.
although reluctantly so, but I'll do so. So, sir, you were in business with Eco.
Your Worship, when proceedings commenced, and you see exactly, we made an undertaking that we will respect the decorum of the court. But when a officer of this court says, although reluctantly, and when another officer rises to call this court to order, my colleague makes suggestive statements as he sits down. Surely, Your Worship, we are not upholding that undertaking we made to you, and we should be called to order.
Yes. Can we... Yes. Counsel, please. We have made an undertaking. Can you... Yes. Can you just rephrase?
Yes, I'll rephrase. Were you in business with Eco Trading?
Yes.
And what explanation do you give that, or rather let me ask a different question, on how regularly would you pay for fuel to Eco Trading?
You see, the business of fuel supply has many, I would say is conducted in many ways, depending on the company that is supplying. The best evidence to show it's probably is the purchase orders. It would have been good if this bank statement and other avenue where, I mean, if it would have been better if we had purchase or, I mean, delivery notes and other instruments that are used within the process. That's why sometimes just concentrating on their statement might not give you a full picture.
Yes, but Mr. Lindy, my question was, how regularly were you doing payments to Eco Trading for fuel supply? But you went on to give me a lengthy explanation. I'm asking you how regularly. That is my question. That's what I want to hear from you.
From time to time, yes.
During 2022, and I'll be specific, from January of 2022 to December, if you have a recollection, how many times did you pay for fuel to Eco Trading?
I don't remember. I was a chairperson. I wasn't heading operations.
Okay, so on 19 July, when an amount of 9.5 million is paid into Eco Trading's account from Enacon, I just want you to go to page 4. Let's start with page 4 of that bank statement.
Is it the Eco Trading?
Yes, Eco Trading's bank statement. Do you realize or notice that there are
Sorry, the one I have from page 1 to 7.
Can you just assist
Page-
me?
page
Which
4.
documents are you referring to? Which bank account?
the one of Eco Trading, the one that we're dealing with on page 4.
Ending with what? 823. The account
Yes,
number
823, ending with 823.
Okay. Can you get maybe the statement for 823? Just take your time. Take your time.
Yes. Do you realize that on the 20th of August, only in respect of that account, there are about 13 debit transactions? If you count them, I can count them with you. Perhaps you reach at a different amount.
What do you mean?
I'm telling you that when the amount of 9.5 million got into that account, there are about 13 debit transactions from that account.
Yes.
And of those amounts, I'm interested in the amount of $1,470,000. Do you see that?
Is it at the same page where the
Yes, on the
9.5
same
is?
page. Just after, on the date is 20 July, transaction number 155.
Yes.
And there is a bank statement, there will be evidence led in this court that shows that that amount of 1,470,000 was paid to Quality Meat.
Your Worship.
That question was already asked yesterday. And my client even said 3 times, those things of Quality Meat, whatever, I did not even know. Your Worship, is it really helpful for my colleague? First of all, there is no charge against my client in relation to such an amount. Secondly, the witness has already proffered an explanation that, yes, I see those and I have nothing to do with them. All my company, our company did is to pay. Why are we retaining it and just say that, can you see that that payment I put it to you was paid to Quality Meat? That was already asked yesterday, Your Worship, honestly. Why are we being repetitive?
Advocate Lununga?
Well, Your Worship, I'm trying to establish something. If he can answer it, I didn't ask it 3 times. He can answer it still today. There are questions that were actually asked by Mr. Namanje, by the witness, when he was leading him. We objected, and he said he laid a basis, and I'm laying a basis for what I'm trying to arrive at. So I do not see the unfairness in the question.
But if it was asked already, why don't you then just go to the point you are making?
All right.
Yes.
So, Mr. Elindi, the point I'm making here is to say this money from the 9.5 million was laundered. It was laundered when it was sent from that account to Quality Meat Supplies.
With due respect,
I'm not objecting. Your Worship, why I'm sitting here is to keep an eye on what is being put to my client so that when I re-examine, I know what I'm doing. And when I cross-examine the state witnesses, I would have a picture already of what my client is suggesting that that amount, which had something to do with
Your client or
my colleague
Yes.
for the state is suggesting to the accused person in the dock in reference to an amount in eco trading bank statement that it was laundered.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
yeah.
He must, because you need to meaningfully put a statement in the context of people facing different charges. Both the court and myself and everybody must know what is he trying. Is he saying, does it include my client, or is he telling my client for information's sake that it was laundered by eco trading, or does it include? He must be specific who did that. Just to say it was laundered. Now, what do I write in my notes for purposes of re-examination? Because I may be surprised later and say, but Mr. Namanje, you didn't re-examine your client. And then I will say, no, I thought he was just giving information. I thought the allegations were not directed at him. Your Worship, you will then say, yeah, but it was very, he wouldn't have put it to you, to your client, if it has nothing to do with him. So he must be clear who did that so that I know. What is he trying to say? Who did that? It's an offense. To be fair and complete.
Yes, you are using the word complete. That is why because he was still putting his statement. So let's allow him to complete that part.
I will closely monitor that.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Elindi, I'm saying that amount of 1,470,000, which Quality Meat received from Eco Trading, was being laundered. That's why it was sent to them.
Before my client answer, I do not want my client to answer to something that is unfair. Again, that is what I'm asking. My client is here in relation to the charges. My colleague cannot just make a statement with respect. And also, there is no general kind of a crime just called. This is an embracive kind of a word used for different offenses. At least for these purposes, is to suggest, is he suggesting that you were part or you laundered? Or is he trying to just tell my client somebody did? Why does he not want to commit himself? But that, because that will also determine relevancy. Because this is a joint application, but there are many applications.
Yes.
On my client, I will determine whether it is relevant based on what my client is charged with. So, with greatest respect, my colleague must just be helpful.
Advocate.
Your Worship, I do not see why there is an objection to my questions, because when Mr. Namanje objects, he makes many submissions with regard to what I'm asking. These questions that I'm asking is for the accused person to answer. This is cross-examination. In fact, yesterday I laid a basis of the flow of the money. And this is what we are trying to prove, that this
Yes,
money was...
I understand that,
Yes.
but are you saying it was laundered by the applicant or it was laundered by the recipient of that money?
It was laundered by the recipient as a result of him sending it, as a result of Enacon sending it from their account to Eco Trading and to Quality Meat Supply. And that flow was to disguise its origin. That's what I'm arriving at.
So do you have any comment?
With due respect, I already explained that Enacom sent that money or paid that money to Eco Trading for purpose of fuel supply. If in the sober mind of the members or the member of Eco Trading thought of transacting and use that money for all those transactions, that has nothing to do with me. And I wouldn't, and I also insisted that the owner of Eco Trading act independently, and they have been acting independently from me. It would be good if you probably direct that question directly to them when they appear.
All right. Now, you agree that we have already established, actually yesterday, you were also in agreement that Enacon Namibia was 50% owned by August 26, is it correct? And when the amount of 53,212,000 was paid, it was paid to Enacon's account.
Yes.
Did August 26 receive any amount of money from the 53,212,000?
I don't find.
Your Worship, it is becoming a bit difficult. No way we were, and it would not have been possible. We were placed on notice that one of the criminal activities that led to my client losing his personal liberty is because share or a stake in money by August 26 was not given to August 26. First of all, there is no such, you can check with greatest respect to Your Worship, there is not such a thing. Secondly, the question is also at odds with corporate legal principle. An individual shareholder is not entitled to directly to the asset of the company until declaration or and distribution of dividends, or there is a resolution to pay or draw or to pay him for services rendered or whatever. So therefore, first of all, the question is at odds with law. Secondly, it's irrelevant because we are not, and my colleague is not acting for August 26 in a commercial court to fight for it to get its share. But in any way, this amount apparently are proceed of unlawful activities. So it's irrelevant with greatest respect because there is no offense. Remember the whole idea why in law of evidence, there is relevancy, is so that courts do not go on for 100 years. Because if those rules are ignored, we will never finish, Your Worship. The relevance in this matter is determined with reference to what our client is facing. If we came for rape in this court, if my client was facing such an offense, your worship, if a question is asked which has nothing to do with, you would immediately say, counsel for accused, why are you leading your client on matter that is not related to the issues? All I'm trying to say, it's irrelevant, your worship, with greatest respect. My colleague can point out which offense to show strength of the state case in relation to a particular offense against Mr. Elindi. Only because this bail application and this question is asked in Mr. Elindi's application.
Any response?
Your Worship, we will not be rushed and hushed into how we conduct our cross-examination, firstly. Secondly, if objections are raised, they must just be objections as such, not mini submissions aimed at giving the accused answers to the questions that I'm asking. And thirdly, the issue of relevance of the question I asked is for the trier of fact to determine what is the relevance. So my question is very relevant. I do not know how irrelevant the question is. I did not ask him of anything. It's on record that Enacon was 50% owned by August 26. So how is that irrelevant? I submit to your worship that my question is very relevant and the accused can answer the question.
I'm not representing Mr. Peter Elindi, but as an officer of court, just to assist the court. See, there was a contract of purchase of assets or asset purchase agreement. We know who are the parties to that contract. It's Enacon and Namcor. August 26 does not appear anywhere in that contract. We know, according to the basic principle of law of contract, the privity of contract, if you are not a part to a contract, you cannot be expected to perform and you can't be expected to receive any right. So on that basis, your worship, the question is irrelevant. It doesn't help the court, it doesn't help the state. Please, the court, your worship.
Yes, no, I understand, but the court is just going to allow the question. Do you have any comment on that?
Yeah, I do have a comment, just for purpose of further clarity. As my counsel and his colleague indicated, it's not relevant. But at the time when this transaction between Enacon and Namcor took place, the Enacon had management meeting every Thursday, in which a representative of August 26 sit in this meeting throughout all that time, and they were aware of it. And the fact that they did not object to this one is not because they were not aware. So that's why it's just very difficult to be dealing with a commercial transaction in criminal proceeding, because then these items are overlapping. So I would say that August 20, and there is more explanation to it, because August 26 had their there were other issues related to the relationship between Enacon and August 26, but not for this particular matter in which I'm accused of.
I've heard you say quite a mouthful, but you still haven't answered my question. My question was specific. Did August 26 get any money at all from the 53,212,000? That was my question.
They were not entitled to get that money.
I did not ask you if they were entitled. I'm asking you, did they get the money?
Yes, I understand. He's giving you that question. Either you take, excuse me, the answer, either you take the answer or you leave it.
All right.
Because that is his answer on record. No, you repeated to him. You remember he
Yes.
answered firstly,
Yes.
and then the second time, so that is his answer.
Okay.
Yes, can we then move on?
All right. Your Worship, there is a document I want to give this witness. My colleague is just getting to that document. It's a bank statement that relates to Panduleni Farming Enterprises CC. There is a copy for the court and one copy for the accused. There is a document of Panduleni Farming Enterprises CC.
May I ask something on record, Your Worship? I'm not objecting. Seeing that the state continue giving us documents, may I ask on record if the court, the state can also give us eco-fuel investments payments by Enecon during, in particular, February 2022, only if
That is the payment from ECHO.
Enecon
From
to
Enecon.
a sister close cooperation of eco trading. Yes, if 2022, if they can, please. Remember, Your Worship, when I read my client, there were two entities. Yes, because I just looked at my consultation note. There are actually a number of payments also in that account.
Yes, it's on record.
Yes. Your Worship, before my colleague addresses Mr. Namanje's request, I also would like to have a copy of that, especially in line of these questions that have been posed now about the payments from Enecon to Eco Trading. And Your Worship, in that regard, I invite you to please have regard when you make the determination whether we should get those documents, if there is an objection, to have a look at page 194 of this applicant's index bundle. There is an agreement between EcoFuel Investment CC and Enecon Logistics. So if we are going to be talking about payments made from that entity to an entity to do with Enecon and fuel, it's only fair that we are given bank statements of EcoFuel as well as, in fact, Enecon Logistics as well. We should not be picking only one bank account unless the state can tell us, which I leave up to them, and then they must bear that cross. If they say that we looked for all Enecon accounts, there's only 2 accounts. Or we went to look at Eco Trading, we only found Eco Trading, especially in line of the fact that people are now being asked to explain why there are no payments in just one account of an entity which may have 1 or 6 or 10 accounts. So the basis is what I've laid out now, as well as on what we will see on page 194 of the applicant's index bundle, that we should also be furnished then with bank statements of EcoFuel Investment CC and Enecon Logistics, or rather just EcoFuel Investment CC.
Yes, it's on record. It was indicated if they came, so it's on record.
Your Worship, we
can-
are in possession of those documents, but we did not disclose them as we didn't think it was necessary, but because we are not going to rely on them. But if they want to have sight of them, I think it's just that we disclose them to those documents to them. May we just take a brief adjournment because we were not going
But
to rely
maybe
on them.
now we can proceed,
Yes.
and then
Yes.
you can,
All right.
you can avail them.
Okay, that is in order.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Mr. Elindi, I just want to Your Worship, I'm referring to the bank Windhoek account of Panduleni Farming Enterprises CC, bank account number 8025395341. Now, I want to take you to page. Yes, the first page actually. Page 1, date is 20 July, transaction number 107, branch origin code is 40, where it says quality meat supplies, 500,000. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, I want to put it to you that this amount, again, as I've demonstrated, came from quality meat supplies, as the description actually says. And I'm putting it to you that this money was channeled from Enacon, Eco Trading, and then to quality meat supplies. Do you have a comment?
It's the same comment, sir, that our responsibility as Enacon ends when we transferred the 9.5 million to Eco Trading. Any further transaction to a further company, I was in my, based on my, in my knowledge, I have never seen, as I said, I've never heard of Quality Meat, I've never heard of Panduleni Farming Enterprises, I've never heard any of those companies. So we sent the money to Eco Trading, and from there, Enacon, for purpose of fuel supply, and that was it.
And sir, you've already indicated that you know accused number 8, Panduleni Amukwaya.
Yes,
Do you know that Panduleni Amukwaya at the time, in July, on 20 July, was the 100% owner of Panduleni Farming Enterprises?
I didn't even know the Panduleni Farming Enterprise existed.
And you also know that Jennifer Amukwaya is accused number 8's wife.
Yes,
And we have already established that Jennifer Amukwaya, accused number 3, had a signatory right to one of Enacon's account that you also confirmed. I just want to make sure of the account number. The account that ends with 520. Are you in agreement?
You should just, for the sake of fairness,
Before you-
no, it's not about answering, it's about the sake of fairness, Your Worship. We know that it has now been established that that particular account 520 is a joint account. If the suggestion is then made to a witness unsuspectingly, as if this is just an account belonging to A or to B, Your Worship, it may lead to absurdities. So can the context just properly be put to a witness for the sake of fairness, Your Worship?
Counsel?
I do
Do
not
you
understand.
understand?
I do not understand
Casper,
because-
can you just clarify? He does not understand.
Your Worship, all I'm saying, the facts established before this court is that the particular account 520
Yes.
was a joint account between Enacon and Namcor.
Yes.
That's the only context I want to be placed for a witness, Your Worship, when a witness is asked a question, so that it does not appear as if the account only belongs to one and excludes the other.
Okay. But you have already put it to him now, like that on record. So you can then, yes, say, do you understand the question?
On my side,
Yes.
yes, the question, it seems the state want always to it indicate that if I know Pandoleni, if I know Jennifer Mkwaya, I know they are dealing. I indicated here yesterday that I'm not a friend of Jennifer, and I know them, but I'm not their friend. So if they have got companies such as Pandoleni Farming Enterprises, I don't know their operations. I don't know if they are even in farming. That's not the reason why I transferred this 9.5 to Eco Trading. So it becomes very difficult for me to respond to transactions that have nothing to do with me.
Your Worship, I'm getting to another document just for my colleagues' information. It's the document or bank account of Cedric Petrus Velemse, who is accused number 2 in these proceedings. That document has been disclosed. Standard bank account. Worship, just a copy for the court and a copy for the accused. May I proceed?
You can,
Yes. Now,
maybe just a minute to confirm. I see Mr. Casper is still looking for the document.
Yes, and
Yeah, just
I'm
take your
being
time.
assisted, Your
I
Worship.
think
It's in order.
we can proceed.
We can proceed. Okay.
now, Mr. Linde, I just want to take you to page 2 of that document of the bank account.
Can you just for the record, this is whose
Yes.
bank account?
Your Worship, I've previously mentioned that it's the bank account of accused number 2, Mr. Cedric Petrus Velemse, at standard bank account 2418794442.
It's just not an objection, just need to maybe, so that the record is correct. My colleague refers to page 2. It's not page 2. It's a second page. The statement is supposed to contain 65 pages. We've been furnished with page 1 and page 19 of 65. So it would be only correct factually if my colleague says the second page, but not page 2. It's actually page 19. If one has regard to the top part, Your Worship, top right-hand corner, it's 19, page 19 of 65, but it is the second page of the document, but that's not page 2.
Yes, I see it's written 19 of 65.
Yes, Your Worship, I'm indebted to my colleague. In fact, it's page 19 of the document, but then the second page of the document that we have with you. But I'll just refer it to as page 19 of that document because it's supposed to contain 65 pages.
You can proceed.
Yes, yes. Now, of interest, Mr. Elindi, I want to take you to the second page of that document, which is page 19 of the original document. But of more interest to me is the transaction of 20 July. The valid date is 21 July. In the description,
20 or 21?
What,
You said 20 and you are saying the value is 21. So
it says value date there. After transaction code, there's a value date next to it.
yeah, so which one are you using?
Well, I'm
Transaction
using
date or the-
20 July. I just wanted to put it in context because it has two dates, but the transaction date is 20 July.
Yeah.
Yes, so with a description, beef, game and carcasses, do you see that?
You should let the document be read fully.
Yeah.
Beef
Description.
and lamb and game carcasses, PMT.
DR.
But I was not even done, but I'll read that. I think he's preempting what I'm about to say. Yes, it reads beef and lamb game carcasses PMT. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
And the amount in the credit column is 960,000.
Yes.
All right. Now, I just want for your information to inform you that 960,000 also came from Quality Meat on 20 July as well. Do you have a comment?
It's the same comment I made earlier with respect to Panduleni farming and eco trading. I didn't know about this account. I didn't know about these transactions, and the payment we made, the payment Enecon made to eco trading was simply for fuel, and it's unfortunate that I have to be asked over and over again for transactions that have nothing to do with it.
And it has already been established, just for the completeness of the record, that accused 2, Mr. Velamse, was working for Namcor. That is not in dispute. You agree?
Yes.
And then, Your Worship, I'll proceed to another document, the bank account of Quality Meat Supplies. Your Worship, my colleague is getting to the documents.
Yeah, just take
Oh,
your time.
that, yes.
Because it has nothing to do with my client, I can give it away.
Do you have the document?
There seems to.
He does not have the document. Can you give? Yeah, even this one
may I
will go
proceed?
back. Yeah, okay.
Yes. Yes. Now, Mr. Lindy, the document you have with you is an account, that a bank Windhoek account of Quality Meat Supply CC, check account 8023489861. Now, of interest, let's start. On page 2 of that document, a transaction of 20 July 2022, transaction code 107. Do you see that? Are you there?
Yes.
And there's an amount in the,
July.
yes, 20 July, transaction code 107. There is an amount in the credit column, an amount of 1,470,000. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
And it says Eco Trading Loan PMT.
Yes, sir. I can see that.
And we have already established that Eco Trading was a CC of Victor Simaneka Malima. And then further, on the 21st, or rather, let me start with the 20th, just below that payment, on 20 July 2022, transaction code 155, there's a...
Your Worship,
Yes, Mr. Namanje.
yesterday, the issue of quality meat was also dealt with, and today, I think with greatest respect, the state probably wanted to show that when Enecon paid 9.5 for fuel to ECO, their bank statement showing that ECO Trading in turn, at some point,
Yes.
paid different parties,
Yes.
and never mind who they are, and those bank statements are there. Remember, it's real
Yes.
evidence here. They speak for themselves.
Yes.
And my client, since yesterday and today, I think he has placed enough on record to say that fine, as my colleague read my, cross-examined my client, in fact, even my colleague himself today read a description on the bank account of ECO which says it's 9.5 million for fuel.
Yes.
The bank statement says that.
Yes.
Now, honestly, unless your worship, if there is any charge that is aimed at impugning my client's integrity because he was involved in a particular, in relation to a particular transaction from there, which my client is facing, fine. But your worship, are we really going on, and my client is given a page to be going through, and my colleague said, for interest's sake and for your information, go to page whatever, there was a 1 point whatever paid from whatever quality meat to whatever. What are we doing? Is it relevant in relation to my client, given his answers? I think my colleague, with respect, and we are not, and I can place it on record, my client is not in a position to dispute that those payments are as they appear.
Yeah.
But why are we going as if we do not have eyes and whatever? If my colleague wants to hand up the document, they will be handed up, and those people responsible for the bank statement will be asked questions. Until when are we going to go on for interest's sake? Just to manage time, your worship, there are a lot of accused persons, and bail is an urgent matter. I do not want to prejudice the state. I do it with greatest respect I have to my
Yes,
colleague.
I understand,
Yes,
Mr. Noman.
yes, your worship.
Advocate Mr. Lilungwe.
Your Worship, like I've indicated earlier, we won't be rushed and hushed. I'm trying to lay a basis here. Yesterday, I just said it when I was asking him without the bank statement. And I want to assist the court with the bank statement without me testifying or without my mere say so. That's why I'm presenting bank statement, which will later make an application that are received as exhibit. So I do not see how then I'm precluded from going through these bank statements with this witness, because the money, as we have said, was channeled from his from Enacon to various accounts. So
Yes.
I'm laying a basis. In fact, if the court is aware that this witness was on the stand for 2
I'm
days and we
objecting.
did not take issue,
I'm
so why am I being
Can you just allow your colleague?
curtailed with regard to we are wasting time? No, we are not wasting
It's
time.
not about wasting time. That's why I've indicated, for example, that the court must hold an inquiry. So
Yes.
we have to do justice to the issues.
Yes.
Yes, so it's not about wasting time.
Yes.
But he has raised his objections, or he put his on. So I just want you to say to me, you are standing without
Yes,
going.
I'm-
You stand on
Yes,
your.
yes, I'm
Yes.
standing on my point. The
Yes,
documents
then
are
you-
very
you
relevant.
provide like that, and then
Yes.
you sit down.
Thank you,
Yes,
Your
I note you are standing on your objection.
Yes.
But it's common cause. Mr. Namanje says it's common cause. They have no issue with this. So why should we then waste time? It's common cause. The money was paid. The statement, for example, indicates. If you have any other point, it's not in dispute. The money was paid to this account and it's reflected. The statement speaks for itself.
Yes.
Yes.
But Your Worship, the point I'm making is that yesterday it was done without the bank statements.
I understand
Yes.
that one. So
Yes.
it's common cause that it's not in dispute. So can we then move on? It's,
So,
We have no objection if it
yes,
can be
he's saying
handed
even
up.
if the state can, so yes. So that is not an issue. So can we then just move on? Because the document speaks for itself.
Your Worship, I just want to understand something. Is the court therefore saying I'm precluded or stopped from going through the relevant transactions, not the whole document, but the specific transaction?
No, I'm not saying you are precluded. I'm
Yes.
saying this particular statement,
Yes.
for example, it speaks for itself.
Yes.
And the defense says we have no issue with that. It's common cause. We can see, even
Yes.
if you give him, he can see. So if you have the next statement, you say the same thing I have indicated. I have the statement.
All right.
Transaction code so indicates it was paid to this account, and then we move on.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
This document must return, I think it came from Mr. Namanje, I don't know, from the... The one from the accused came from one of the councils as well, and it was indicated it must go back.
I'm just being reminded by my colleague that if the witness is tired, if to be advised to that he can also sit, only if. But I would want him to stand so that I can see his face.
Okay. It's in on.
Getting to a document of Parkwood Petroleum and Logistics CC. The page 14 of 61, actually the last page at the back. Yes. Yeah. Yes, the Parkwood Petroleum and Logistics CC account number is a net bank account with account number 119990444017. May I proceed, Your Worship?
Are you there?
Yes, I have the document.
I think the last page.
Yes, page 14 at the back of the document.
Just turn it upside down. The last
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
Yes, we have now been made to understand that it's common cause, but I just want to refer you to, it's a TXN date, 21 July 2022. In the transaction description, it says, Eco Trading C cross-border trans. Do you see that?
What? I cannot see where you are.
On that last page,
Yes.
on the day of 21 July 2022, there is
About the 14 line, Your Worship, from the top, the transaction number 14 around there.
Okay, 21 July, yes.
An amount in the credit amount, you see 1,040,000.
Yes, sir.
All right. And I want to put it to you, to tell you that this entity, the CC, is 100% owned by accused number 2, Cedric Petras Willemsen.
Hearing it for the first time.
All right. Your Worship, those documents, I don't know whether the court would want to, in fact, would want to apply that there is be received onto the record.
But can you see the way they are? I
Yes.
cannot, yes. I'm saying, can you either mark them because they are just,
But it's separate. Okay, we'll mark them, but it's
Just-
separate bank accounts. We do not want to mix them with the others because
yes.
then they
No,
can
no,
be
I'm
marked
saying,
individually.
yes, can we then maybe just put them in order so that we can label them for purposes of the record?
Yes,
Right.
that can be
You
done.
can, yeah, you can
Yes.
sort it and then see how you want them to be.
Yes. Thank
Yes.
you, Your Worship. May I then request that we take a short adjournment, Your Worship? Just perhaps 10 minutes. Yes.
Any comment, councillors?
As long as we stick to time, we are losing a lot of time. I'm just concerned with the accused person, honestly. The time is running out. If we stick to time, please.
And the court will take a 10 minutes break. Sinda, I see Advocate Lilongwe is not in yet. Okay. Yes, we can proceed. Yes.
Now, Mr. Elindi, when you were asked, when you testified with regard to our grounds of objection, you said you have various assets that are, Your Worship, it's a document that was titled Exhibit A. That is before court.
Yes.
Do you have any proof that, for example, the residence that you said is El Campo and the house in Hockland Park? Let me start with the house in Hockland Park. Do you have proof in the name of a title deed that the house belongs to you?
Yes. Yes.
Is there anything
No, it's not an objection, but it's just to remind the state.
Yes.
Before we start with bail application, in fact, before Your Worship, you were approached, I suggested an approach to the state to shorten the proceedings, that on the non-contentious issues like properties, we will list them in a document where you do not have evidence, where the investigating officer on personal details will not dispute that, for instance, my client is a shareholder in, was a shareholder in Enecon, or a member, and we made copies the other day. Then we agreed, remember, Your Worship, at the beginning, that on those issues we will then hand up an exhibit which will be confirmed by the accused person. So the understanding was that those information are not disputed, but from the questioning of my colleague, it appeared to be now reneging on the agreement. And remember, the other day I said we will make copies of the title deeds and the founding statements and shares, if need be. So before my colleague, and I'm not saying he's doing it in bad faith. Maybe he just forgot that that was the agreement. If it is an issue of them asking title deeds, we have those copies. We are prepared to give the whole bundle. We thought we agreed on those. We have everything on those listed properties. In the interest of time, it was agreed, give us a list confirmed, but keep the original title deed if the state want to verify. We have them, everything. So there is no need to.
Concerns?
Your Worship, I do not recall of an agreement that we reached with the defense. In fact, what was agreed was for that document to be handed in, but not the supporting documents that relates to what is stated on the document. I do not recall that. If it relates to the document that was submitted to court, but not the contents of the attachments of what is on the document. So it's totally wrong to say we agreed. We agreed for Exhibit A, yes, to be handed in, but not to say we will dispense with submitting the deeds of the title deeds of the documents or the document relating to those. I think that is very misleading. The record will speak for itself. We never agreed to that. I would not do that, Your Worship.
May
Quite
I
clear.
undertake so that we do not prejudice the state. If the state feel that I thought we are done with that issue, my juniors will then, for interest of time, do every property that we listed. We will then provide copies as proof, if it is a title deed, if it is a company, either share certificate and so forth, and hand them up. A witness, if we do that, we can do it this afternoon or tomorrow morning. If my colleague has problems, the witness can be recalled to testify. Everything we have. I'm an officer of this court, I can confirm.
That is it.
Yes.
Counsel? You can proceed.
Well, is the suggestion then I proceed because he doesn't have them now? May I just ask him because he does not have any proof of those documents as we speak now?
He can answer questions. Or I'm saying I'm undertaking
Yes,
for
to
court
provide.
and for the state
Yes.
to provide. Yes.
Yes,
Because they were only held back because we thought it's not disputed.
That is it.
Yeah, but my colleague, we'll see what he's
Yeah,
asking.
you can proceed.
All right. So you said you have proof,
Yes, sir.
right? Who owns the house in Hockland Park?
A close cooperation.
So it's not in your name, in your personal name yourself.
No, it's 50% owned by me and my wife.
Okay.
The close cooperation that owns the property. And I've been living there since many years.
Where in northern Namibia are you from specifically?
Right now, I'm living at the Tope Jombulu,
In which region?
Oshikoto region.
And do you have money in your account as we speak? I don't want to go to the amount, but do you have money?
No, I don't have money.
Okay. Now, with regard to the investigations, are you aware that the Anti-Corruption Commission is still investigating this case?
Well, I was informed in the first proceedings. The state informed here that the investigation in this matter started in 2022 and it has been completed. I don't know if they are still investigating anything.
Are you aware that a suspect by the name Victor Simaneka Malima is still wanted by the police or the Anti-Corruption Commission? Are you aware?
Well, I've been behind bars. I don't have access to information.
In fact, Victor Malima, I can tell you, is a suspect that should be added to this case because his entity received money. Are you aware of that? Received money from Enacon.
Yes,
And if you are released, and because you have a very personal and direct relationship, the interference with the police investigation is not just likely. In fact, it will happen because you have a personal, close relationship with Simaneka Victor Malima.
very negative. I don't have a personal and close relationship with Victor Marino. In fact, that relationship in terms of even speaking to him doesn't exist anymore.
But in fact, we have already established that he grew up in your house. In fact, you had said from the ages of 12 or 14, that's when he started staying in your house.
That is before he grew up. When he grew up at this stage, I have got no personal relationship with Victor. I don't even speak to him.
In fact, you are aware with regard to the charges that you are facing, the fraud charge, that is just one thing. You said you know the law, but I'll just tell you. Is listed in part 4 of the schedule in the Criminal Procedure Act. In other words, what I'm saying, this is quite a serious charge. Are you aware?
You can say the state allege is a serious case. For me, I have committed no offense. All I was doing there was a commercial transaction. So for me to be involved in business transaction with, in my capacity as director of Enecon, whereas Enecon entered into a formal business dealing with Namcor, as we might have seen from the agreement that the party on that side was duly authorized, just like myself, I don't see it as a crime.
Are you aware?
So I don't feel I've done anything wrong. In fact, I haven't done anything wrong.
Are you aware also that Namibia has porous borders? In other words, you don't need to cross over through immigration for you to go in another country. Are you aware of that? One can do that.
Those who can do it, they can. On my side, no, I cannot. If I'm, I placed it on record earlier that I left this country at the tender age. I came back, fought for this country, came back, and I'm here for good. I'm not going anywhere. In fact, that is the reason why I even handed over myself through my law firm, Sisa Namanje. That's the reason that I also expressed, I gave over my passport to my legal practitioner just in case it was necessary for everyone to know that I'm going nowhere. I've got a responsibility here in this country, and I also want to defend myself and face this case up to the end, because I feel I have done nothing wrong.
So are you aware, for your information, let me tell you that Victor Simaneka Malima, when you were arrested, escaped to Angola. That is the information that the investigating officer will come and say, that he escaped to Angola and without having passed through the border. Are you aware of that?
No, I'm not aware of that.
And are you aware that at least at the moment as we speak, there is public outcry with regard to this offense because public money was used? Are you aware that there is public outcry? In other words, the public is not happy with what has happened to this case?
Public outcry,
Yes.
most of the time is motivated by information that is sent out that turns out to be inaccurate.
In fact,
Can I please
yes,
finish?
please proceed.
We have seen that in the newspaper, they are talking about an amount of 480 million. They are talking of different amounts. They are making all type of allegations. In this matter, which I'm facing,
Well,
in this matter which I'm facing, the allegation I'm facing is with regard to a commercial transaction between Enecon and Namcor involving an amount of 53 million. Whereas that amount of 53 million, the company Enecon, my company then, spent that money, spent more than that money into this, into the rehabilitation of home-based fuel station for the Ministry of Defense. In fact, at the time when we started, at the time before we commenced with this transaction, the Ministry of Defense could only hold on for 15 days, if more, before fuel could run away. And we extended that period to up to a period of 6 months. So we added value to this endeavor. So public interest is motivated by fake news most of the time, is motivated by wrong news, is motivated by people making claims of certain amount that when those amounts do not exist. In fact, of the 53 million, 35 million was sent back to Namcor for fuel, for fuel not paid. 18 million is the amount that came to. But no one is talking about that. Everyone wants to sensationalize the whole thing. With sensation and with newspaper selling the first page, having the picture of Peter Elind in front, does not really amount to the truth. I don't feel I've done anything.
But you were getting fuel from Namcor for free, which you do not pay for.
You cannot really allege that because the
Can I?
Yes, Mr. Naman, I think that issue we dealt with yesterday.
No,
Yes.
yes, no,
Yes.
it's a different one.
It's a different.
Yeah, remember yesterday, Your Worship, my objection was about my colleague suggesting to the witness as if the crime is about being supplied with product free of
Okay,
charge.
then you can- you-
Yeah,
you
yes,
can-
the current one with this. Your Worship, you have, this objection is motivated by both facts before you, Your Worship, and the law. It's misleading to my witness, both in law and in fact, to say you were obtaining products from Namcor free of charge. Let me address the legal aspect first. There is an agreement which obligated my client to pay. And that agreement was produced by and referred to by the state. Therefore, the agreement the state is relying on does not provide for free provision of products to Enecon. It requires Enecon to pay. So therefore, legally speaking, it's wrong to say Enecon was receiving oil products for free of charge. If my colleague wanted to say that you did not pay as required, that is fine, because that is confirmed by the facts before your worship and the law. But there is no evidence saying that there was a relationship between Namcor and Enecon, where Enecon were in contractual realm receiving oil free of charge. What my colleague perhaps is suggesting is that contractually, you did not do what you bargained for. To receive product and pay, you breach the contract. So it's therefore factually wrong. There is no such a contractual relationship, and the products were received for Enecon to pay. If it did not pay, that does not mean there was a relationship of provision of product on free of charge.
Advocate Lilungwe?
I will not reply to that. I think it's a point I can argue.
Okay,
Yes,
then it's
thank
fine, we can move on.
Yes. Now, you agree with me with regard to the seriousness of the offense that 53,212,000 is quite a substantial amount. It's not $100. Do you agree?
a contractual amount of 53 million in the oil industry is a payable amount within a short period of time. And perhaps it's because you are not privy to the dealings in the oil industry. It's not a large sum when it comes
Unfortunately, I'm
to,
a prosecutor. I'm not there. Yes, answer.
yeah, it's not a large sum in terms of dealing between companies. What also is true, the amount did not end up to be 53. The amount that came to Enecon is 18 million. and came to ENECON lawfully so in terms of the agreement that was signed between the party. I would not want to believe that contractual obligation between the parties should be dealt with in criminal proceedings. I would have, and all the remedies were there available for Namcor to pursue. I just can't get it.
And sir, I would like to finally put it to you that in terms of the agreement you entered, the asset purchase agreement with Namcor, the one you entered in between with Namcor, where you sold the 9 service stations, you did not sell them anything. You sold them a dream. That is what you sold them, because up until now, they have not taken ownership of those assets. In other words, you are a seller of dreams. There is nothing that was sold.
That is your word, sir, in your capacity as a prosecutor. But in business term, when you put money into pumps and tanks and facilities, and you keep the maintenance of those pumps and tanks, including the environmental management of those facilities, those are assets in the oil industry. And somebody, and the entity that pays for those facilities has the right and title towards those rights, and those rights has a value. So I wasn't selling a dream, sir. And if you would call a dream going to a specific financial institution and acquire money with interest and all that, you call that a dream, we will be speaking a different language.
I have no further questions. Mr. God, please.
No, I'm not sure whether I must, at this point, the reason why we took a break was for the state to arrange those documents, which I have provided, and or which they wanted to mark. We started and it did not come, so I'm not sure whether I must, or we can just move on.
We can move on because you
Okay.
worship
If we move on,
yes.
it's fine. You say move on, it's okay.
Yes, yeah, because we want to put them in correct sequence and number them properly.
Okay.
Yes.
Then it's move on. Mr. Namanje.
The court pleases to re-examine my client. Your Worship, I have good news, and that good news is that I will not detain you in re-examination because 2 things happened. You would have seen that not a single statement was suggested to my client in relation to, may I ask the court to go to the bundle where the charges are? No, please, just wait. You see page 17, my client's charges start at page 14, 34 to 42. To page 42, and all I'm trying to say, Your Worship, that I will not waste the court time except to do re-examination in regard to count 40. Let me ask you this. My colleague put a question to you that I hope he was not trying to insult you. Maybe it's just figurative speaking. He said you are a seller of dreams. You remember he said that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, let's assume this was a dream, the 53 amount. I just want to, who offered to who this dream, 53 million? Who offered, who approached the other?
Namcor offered to Enecon the dreams.
Now, who came out with the actual figure that my colleague calls a dream? Who came, was it you, was it Enecon that came out with this amount so that you can be mocked in court that you sell dreams?
No,
Who came up with the actual amount?
Namcor came up with actual amount after the engineering department made an evaluation and assessment and visited the sites, and they came up with that amount.
Okay, my colleague says, appear to blame you for this. Well, you testified, remember you testified, you went through internal recommendation of Namcor, did you not?
Yes.
There was reference that to Namcor wanting to be a strategic primary supplier of oil to Ministry of Defense.
Yes, sir.
And they indicated that, in fact, they budgeted for the takeover of your asset. You remember that?
Yes, sir.
Now, were you involved in these prior steps taken by Namcor as a prelude to the agreements so that you are accused in court of a seller of dreams?
No, sir.
Were you involved?
No, I wasn't involved.
Okay. Now, my colleague, remember you were given bank statements of company. Can I ask you to go to the bank statement of ECO, just for clarification of one aspect only, Your Worship, ECO Trading?
You see, I think when I gave you those documents, you must have taken other documents. Can you just check? Or just bring them so that can I just have my documents first? Yeah, I'm just going to...
Now,
Mr. Namanje, just a minute.
yes, Your Worship.
Yeah, I think these ones can go back to us. Yes. Mr. Namanja, which statement?
ECO Trading.
That is which account number?
The account number is ending with 823.
823.
3.
823.
Which page 1, it's stated ECO Trading CC.
At what page?
I'm interested at page 4, Your Worship.
Is it in the bundle?
No, not in my bundle. These are the loose documents that we have been receiving, Your Worship. I can ask one of my colleagues to
Yes.
assist the court.
No, because I only have two accounts. The one ending with 848 and
No,
520.
Mr. Casper was kind enough to.
Okay.
ECO, yes.
That is page 4, yes?
Yeah, page 4. Are you at page 4? Yes. Now, remember, my colleague has been identifying payment, trying to make you read payments through on the basis of what is described in the bank statement. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
In other words, he was trying to authenticate payments through what the description to say. If the description say Enecon, it came from Enecon. Remember, he went.
Yes.
Now, let's authenticate. What is the description given at transaction 107 on the 19th of 7 when Enecon paid 9.5 million to ECO? What is the description? Let's use my colleague's strategy.
what I'm seeing here, it's saying Enecon Namibia fuel payment.
Okay. So what does that mean? If the description and the bank statement shows that, what does that mean?
It's a payment made from Enecon
For what?
for fuel.
Okay. Is there bribe, any bribe or gratification shown in that description?
Not at all.
Does
no.
the name, what is the new company we had to yesterday? Quality. These days we have quality meats. Quality meats and Pandureni, are they appearing there?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, page 5. But I was interested in the description. Okay. Now, again, my colleague yesterday, he actually stopped, but I need to clarify that. Remember yesterday I objected and I said you are not charged with conspiracy. Remember when that incident occurred?
Yes, sir.
Just to conclude, were you ever informed in this court or by the police of a conspiracy in relation of an amount of 960,000 that ECO paid somewhere?
No, sir.
Were you charged with a conspiracy in respect of any payment made by Eco Trading to Quality Meat, Pandureni, or whatever?
No, sir.
Do you know why in a criminal court you were asked about payments in respect of which you are facing no charges? Do you know why?
No, I don't know.
Let's then talk about my colleague yesterday. Your Worship, if you can go to the bundle, the first one, defense bundle, to the Ministry of Defense contract.
At what page?
Your Worship, I think it's best to start at page 2012 agreement. It's at page, yes, 83. Let's start at page 83, Your Lordship. Are you there, Mr. Elindi?
Yes.
83 to 99. That is the first agreement. Are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
But I see you are still paging.
Yeah, but I'm already at 83. So just getting to the 99.
No. I'm asking you to page 83, please.
Yes, I'm already at
Yes,
page
yes.
83.
That is the first agreement, and you have already explained. My colleague didn't cross-examine you about that. I'm not going to re-examine you on that. That is the first agreement with defense concerning something else.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Then at page 100, you remember you took court to page 102, Your Worship, page 102. The paragraph by amendment that introduced in 2003, remedial and civil works. Remember?
Yes, sir. Is it page 102?
Yes, at the
Yes.
bottom.
Yes.
And Your Worship, when you go over the page 103, you see that is where the description of what asset you were to build and the amount. You remember?
Yes.
Now, since that agreement was of 2003, does this agreement, it goes up to 107, does it prohibit you to transfer or to cede your right in respect of what you were building, pumps and stations, the pumps and tanks, to any other party?
No,
Does it prohibit
it doesn't.
a transfer of your title, right, and interest?
No, it doesn't.
Do you know why? Remember your colleague, my colleague yesterday was asking you if the Ministry of Defense, if I understood very well, gave consent, so to say. You remember he cross-examined
Yes,
you?
yes.
Do you know in a contractual context where he's taking it from, that you required consent?
I wouldn't know.
Okay, let's then move to the last agreement, Your Worship, at page 115.
Yes?
That is the agreement, no, it's, I think it's 143. It's rather 143, Your Worship.
Yes?
You go to page 143, Your Worship, that is the agreement MOD, 15 September 2016. Go to page 164.
Yes?
I want you to really clarify one confusion. Listen to the question to clarify this. When you were selling in the asset sale agreement, when you were selling to Namcor the right, title, and interest in your infrastructure, did that mean the agreement between the Ministry of Defense, the existing agreement in relation to the 9 years remaining, ended?
No, that's not what it means. In fact, the validity of the agreement was the basis for which the asset purchase agreement was entered into between Namcor and Enecon. And this would then go further until the end of the contractual period.
Wow. And I'm almost done. You said today, you told my colleague for the state that, look, sale of right, title, and interest in the infrastructure is also an asset in Enecon. What did you mean?
It's an asset in the oil industry because a party, in this case Enecon, invested funds to come up with those facilities, to rebuild those facilities.
Ah.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
yes?
Yes. And I'm saying, and those pumps and tanks, of course, exist, and they are there to be verified.
Okay. Now, yesterday when my colleague asked you about ownership, you referred to an asset register. What is an asset register in company and in company corporate environment? What are you talking about? What is an asset register, if you know?
Yeah, it's a register is where the asset, the value of the asset of that entity are registered.
Yes.
In this case, pumps, tanks are registered as part of the company's asset, not for any other reason other than showing the value of those assets as well.
Okay. Now, my colleague today, before I stood up in relation to your house, was talking about a title deed I'm talking about a title deed, a pump and tanks, do they have what is called in the Register of Deeds at the Ministry of Land? Do they have it? Are they movable property? Like, are they land?
No, they are. They are not. I haven't heard of a title deed for a pump. What generally happens is that I'll give an example of some development that we are seeing in the industry now. Certain engine service stations are now being rebranded Caltex. And in that process, the entity like Caltex taking over those facilities, there is a building and there is a refueling infrastructure, the canopy and the tanks underground. Caltex cannot just take those assets without paying. Caltex will pay for the pumps and tanks and also the canopy infrastructure. And that become the asset of the new entity. But you cannot, probably in the worst case scenario would be in the event of non-compliance that perhaps the other entity will come and dig out the tanks. But that is not possible because those, it can also cause environmental damage. But in the oil industry, that is what it means.
Okay. Now, and my colleague, at one point...
Sorry, Council, and I don't think that is the first time Namcor is undertaking such an operation.
What do you mean?
They must have done it before in terms of taking over assets that refer to pumps and oil infrastructure.
Okay. Now, and yesterday, my colleague, not really with vigor, he says to you, you went to Namcor to get oil or products and you didn't pay, and he appeared to have suggested you committed fraud. Is it your understanding that if you fail to pay in terms of stipulated time period in a contract in Namibia, or in particular this matter, then you committed a crime?
No, it isn't. It's not a crime. But as there are remedies that each entity, each commercial entity has to enforce based on the agreement. Up until the 23rd of January, when I ceased to be a director and shareholder in Enecon, I have not had any legal proceeding that I can remember that Namcor instituted against Enecon. I've not heard of it.
And lastly, I understand yesterday when I was not here, when I was in the High Court, you were asked about, the prosecutor put it to you that you could be charged in your capacity as a director for, let me say, for the sins of the company Enegon. You remember?
Yes.
Were you ever charged in terms of section 332, subsection 5 of the CPA, so that the state is able to cause you to be prosecuted and account in your personal capacity for the sins of the company?
No, sir.
Did you ever receive such a document?
No, I haven't.
Do you know why they charged you in individual capacity when they know that you were actually a director of a corporate entity?
No, I wouldn't know.
Your Worship. Any other? Yes. Sorry. Yeah, I'm reminded I left only one item. Page 164 of the bundle. Now, yesterday, my colleague, remember I took on my colleague about the word discharge. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And I, not in a bad way, I did try to accuse the state that they are confused about the word discharge there. What is a variation? What is the purpose of having a variation clause in an agreement? I'm asking you both as a lawyer and as a businessman of many years. Just read first 12.1.
Yeah.
Take your time.
12.1 reads, each party acknowledges that this agreement constitutes the entire complete and exclusive agreement between the parties concerned and concerning the subject matter contained herein. No modification, amendment, consent, or discharge in connection with the agreement or its provision shall be binding upon either party unless made in writing and signed by the party sought to be charged with the same.
End there. What is the rationale of having such a clause in the agreement? What is its purpose?
It's just cement that this agreement is the entire agreement, the only agreement that is valid between the two parties until that moment, and any change has to be communicated with respect to this particular.
No, what does it, when you say it has to be communicated, how?
In writing, yes.
And? Just look at the agreement, in writing and?
Binding, yeah. I don't. Can you just?
Is it to be in written form? What is there any other requirement according to 12.1?
Yes.
Which is what?
I'm not too sure about your question, and it has to be. Yeah, the general is in writing. Yes.
Yeah, but you read for us unless made in writing and signed.
Yeah, and signed by both parties.
Is signing the second requirement then?
Yes.
Okay, now, let me then, if you are saying the agreement is what the party agreed upon, is it open for the party or the state in this matter, which is not a party to the agreement, to introduce a requirement that you should inform whoever if something is not, that obligation is not stated in the agreement?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, and is the amendment a termination?
No.
Okay.
It is not a termination.
I'm done, Your Worship, with re-examination.
Yes, it's in
And Your Worship, remember, I have referred to a number of documents. Our documents are paginated. I will deliberately leave them that way until I'm done with accused number 5 and 6. And those accused persons, I will take about 15 minutes each to read them because...
Yes, that is already on record.
As the court, please.
Yes. Sir, the court have a question to you. You provided to Namcor your asset register through your accountant. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Why did you do that?
The accountant is generally the one that has keep the asset register.
But my question is, why did you provide it?
We provided it to Namcor so that Namcor verify those assets.
Yes. Any follow-up question on that? Sir, you may stand down.
Thank you, sir. 3 days, eh?
Your Worship, may I seek leave to call a very quick and short in bill, but short in evidence also. Mr. Marakia Elindi.
Just let him pack. Just take your time. Pack up. Yes.
Mr. Namanja is trying to arrange his papers. I hear accused number 1 would like to use the restroom.
Healthy break. Then we are going to take a 10 minutes healthy break. Yes, please. Sir, what language do you prefer?
English, Your Worship.
Do you have any objection for taking an oath or affirmation? Which one do you prefer? An oath?
Affirmation, Your Worship.
Affirmation. Do you have any objection for taking an affirmation?
No, Worship.
Do you affirm that what you are going to tell the court is the truth, nothing else but the truth?
I affirm.
Your full names for the record?
Malaki Anatangwe Erindi.
Mr. Namanje?
Yes, Mr. Erindi, leave the documents for now. Please, for the court to hear what you are saying, my colleagues, the state, everybody, speak up, please. Just keep that in mind. Yes, sir. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, where were you born? Your Worship, first of all, let me hand up another document, like in respect of Peter Erindi and I have made an undertaking in respect of properties. If the state, we will be making all copies in relation to the second applicant's asset, movable property and companies, and provide a pack to the state if need be. Your Worship. Same procedure as in relation to Peter Erindi, Your Worship.
We can proceed.
Yes. Now, where were you born?
I was born in Tele village in Ashkoto region, and I was born and raised there.
Shikoto, is it where close to where they produce potatoes or somewhere else?
Where we have a lot of potatoes, yeah.
Okay. Omuntere, you say.
Tele, yes.
And what is your relationship to to the first applicant, accused number 5, Peter Erindi?
He's my brother and business partner.
Biological
Yes.
brother.
Same father, same mother.
Okay. And your relationship to accused number 6, Lydia Elindi?
He's my wife.
Okay.
She's my wife.
And do you have kids?
Yeah. I'm a father of 5 kids, and I have spouses.
You have?
Spouses.
Spouses, what
Yes.
do you mean spouses?
I have
do you mean?
I have 2 wives, yes.
You have 2 wives.
Yes.
Who is another wife? In addition to Lydia Elindi?
Albertina Yambo, but she's at the north.
Okay. Now, and you have 5 kids, you said?
Yes. Which of 3 of them are minors. And the one of them, unfortunately, is 10-year-old, which is now we have to ask the family friend to stay with because both parents are now in custody.
Okay, those 3 are where are you staying?
I'm residing in number 16 Lessing Street in Windhoek, and the 2 boys are now in the bonding school, but one is at home, but now both parents are in custody.
Now, this aspect, when were you arrested?
I was arrested on the 9th,
Where?
On the
9th of July,
Where were you
2025.
arrested?
At my residence at number 16 Lessing Street.
How did it come that you were arrested? How did it happen? Did somebody show up, you were called and you stayed where? How did it happen? That's what I...
Yeah, actually, first of all, before the arrest happened, I received a call from the tenant at my property in 42 Papahayan Road that there are police there looking for me. Apparently, they didn't know that I live in 16 Lessing Street.
Yeah.
And then...
So you were called, being alerted that on another property of yours you are being sought.
they are looking for me. And then they were informed that I'm not living there, so I'm living in number 16 Lessing Street. Then I think after 2 hours or so, 3, that's when they show up at 16 Lessing Street.
Who are they when you say they showed up?
I was informed is anti-corruption official, and I guess together with maybe police.
How many were they?
think more than 15.
More than?
More than 15?
I think so.
Okay. And when they came there?
We have CCTV camera, actually. We saw them outside, and they ring the bell. And my wife went to greet them. And just to add that my wife supposed to bring the kids because they were staying at the north because it was a holiday. So they were supposed to come on Saturday, but we heard already from the grapevine that they want to arrest me. So she decided to drive on Tuesday evening at 11 o'clock to arrive at 5 in the morning.
Sir, when you testify, can you just breathe? Just take
Okay.
Yes, just.
Okay, so I know.
Sorry, Your Worship.
Yes, just breathe. The court is taking shorthand now.
Okay,
Yes.
sir. This is very, very important. Prior to that, the ACC agents arriving to your house, you said there is something in relation to the children and that you have heard from a grapevine that you were?
They are looking for me. They want
Okay.
to arrest me.
Okay, and what happened in relation to what you were telling the court?
No, just
In
to
relation
show,
to the children?
I read to the children, so they arrived, and when they arrived, the children were sleeping.
No, did your wife go and get the children?
Oh yeah,
Or what?
my wife went to the gate.
No.
No.
The
About the
court,
children. You said the children were in the north. Oh, where were they?
On Monday, the previous, 2 days before the Wednesday of the 9th.
yes, sir. You
My
were
wi-
arrested on Wednesday,
Yes.
the 9th.
On
Is
the
that
9th
correct?
of July.
Okay.
My wife and the kids were at the north.
Which day?
Around, let's say, I was arrested on the 9th. The 7th or the 6th, my wife was not in Windhoek.
Okay.
That's what I want to say.
Okay. And on the 9th, the ACC agents arrived at your house around what time?
Around 9:30 to 10,
In the morning.
yes.
And
And my wife went to them, and they said they want to speak to both of us.
you and your wife.
Yes.
Just slow down.
At that point, where were the children?
They were sleeping.
Okay. How many are there again, just for the record?
For the one that are in Windhoek,
No, the one that were sleeping.
3,
3.
yes.
Okay. Yes, they asked, ACC agents asked to speak to both you and your wife. And?
And my wife came back and said the officer, they want to speak to us, and then we allowed them to come in the house, and we went to the sitting room.
Yeah.
Then they start.
Just give the code. Yes?
Then they inform us that we are under arrest, and they start telling us those sections without details.
Just hang on. You said there were about 15, you were not sure. But do you remember a particular officer by name who said you are under arrest?
I cannot really remember his name.
Okay. But both of you were told you were under arrest.
Yes.
Prior to that, you said you have heard from grapevine that you will be arrested or you were about to be arrested. Did you expect or hear your wife being sought to be arrested?
It wasn't clear, but the information was the member of a particular company, Anyeka Clearing, which I know is only me and my wife.
Okay. And?
So then we informed them to just dress up because it's winter time,
Yeah.
of which the officer accompanied us one by one to the room. Because
When
they
you were
feeling-
getting dressed?
Yes. They said we cannot
let
dress.
me just clarify it. You were in a sitting room in your house.
Yes,
They informed you that you are getting arrested.
yes.
And you asked because it's called to get dressed properly.
Yes, sir.
And what did you say?
They say we can't go both of us to our room. They have to escort us individually. The female has to escort my wife.
Yeah.
First, she finished dressing, and then the male escorting me to the room to dress.
Okay, you get dressed.
Yes.
Okay, let me. After you were informed you were arrested, what again did they communicate to you? And I, in particular, asking, did they tell you exactly why you are being arrested, both of you?
No, apart from just saying you have the right to remain silent,
Yeah.
and then talking about.
But to remain silent is to remain silent on something. Did they tell you that something?
No, no, sir, not specific.
What did they say?
They only read those sections
What are those sections? Sections from which?
from
way?
the Anti-Corruption Act, I guess.
Okay. So they didn't.
Sections about what?
The offense section, like section 35 or section.
Oh, so in other words, they just listed sections, saying
Yes.
sections.
You are arrested under arrest according to section 35 of the Anti-Corruption.
Okay. You are arrested in accordance to section 35 for arrested.
Yes,
But then they told you you have a right to remain silent.
yes.
But now, do you know on what they expected you to say something if they didn't tell you in detail what you did?
I have no idea, sir.
Did they give you a reason why they could not say you bribed somebody or you are a public servant, you abused your office or you did this and that? Do you know why they did not tell that in the language you understand?
I have no idea, sir.
Okay. And then you both dressed up and?
Yes, and then they inform us that me, I'm going to the police station in town, and my wife should be taken to Windhoek police station.
Okay. Did they advise you at the arrest? What triggered the arrest on the 9th? Why is it not to the next day? Why is it not in September? Why did it not happen in January? Did they say, give the reason why suddenly you are being arrested?
No, sir.
Did they suggest that they fear that you will run away?
No, sir. They didn't suggest that.
Did they accuse you of interfering with investigation?
No, sir.
Did they give any particular reason in relation to their investigation which shows that if you are not arrested, their investigation is going to be compromised or prejudiced?
No, sir.
But now, if they didn't tell you why why there was a need and necessity to arrest you, did you know why you had to be arrested?
I have no idea, because I even actually, sorry if I may say, I even asked them, is there no way they can wait for my legal representative to be present so that we can go to the anti-corruption, and they say no.
They said not to your legal practitioner coming.
They say they have no time to wait for that.
Okay. Now, make me understand. Did they say, did they say they are done with investigation, therefore the trial will happen, you must be taken to court? Did they say why their investigation should progress from investigation in their offices and in their field into court?
No, sir.
Okay. What happened to the 3 kids?
Until the time we were taken out of the house, they were sleeping. Until today, they don't know what happened to their parents.
No. But that day, so you did not notify your kids?
We didn't have a chance.
But did you advise these officers that there were kids in the house?
Yes.
Yes, you were then taken to police stations.
Yes.
When were you charged?
I was charged the next day, on Thursday the 10th.
Do you know who charged you?
Cannot remember the name, but we were at that place 10 kilometers away from the international airport, Jose Akutago.
Okay. Now, remember, now, did yesterday my colleague says that they may add some other charges. Remember, he said that yesterday in court. You were present.
Yes, sir.
Now, were you told why, if they want to investigate some other offenses, if you did, why you were being prematurely arrested?
No, sir.
Okay? At the time when you were being charged, what did they tell you? Let's forget about what this section they listed, meaningless listing of section. Let's talk about when you were being charged at that place 10 kilometers from the airport. Did they now tell you what exactly did you do? A crime.
No, sir. They only asked me if I have any comment, and I say I don't have, and they also admit it's my right.
But comment on what? If you are, I thought you said they didn't tell you exactly what offense you committed.
That's why I informed them that I cannot comment anything.
But
sir.
what did they tell you? Take us through. When they were charging you, what happened?
They were still repeating the section, Your Worship, of the Anti-Corruption Act.
But sir, with greatest respect, now, how does it work? Now, when you are asked to comment on something you were not told, is that helpful? Was that helpful?
It will not help anything, sir.
If they said to you, and they made these allegations they are saying in the charge sheet against you, that is from count 43, Your Worship, to count 53. If they sat with you at your house, or even at the time they were charging you, would you have easily just tell them your position?
Exactly, sir.
Were you given that opportunity?
No, sir.
It's bad. Now, but do you know the reason why there is this concealment at the time of arrest and charging?
I have no idea, sir.
Okay. Of course, then you appeared in court.
Yes, sir.
You have heard the state saying that it is objecting to bail. Amongst others, you will run away. You have heard that.
Yes, sir.
Will you run away?
I will not run away for many reasons. Number one, there are three that is outstanding: my dignity, my family, and my properties.
But do you have a place to run to?
I have no place to run. In fact, I never commit a crime, not even a mini one as a ticket offense for 52 years old. So I'm 52 years old now. And I never also stay outside this country for more than 30 days.
But there is a suggestion apparently Namibian borders are just open. Do you have any business to walk into any country? I don't know which country the state is referring to.
I'm not aware of the border just open because there are patrols in these countries.
But let's say you got close to Oshikango. Do you have any reason to go to Angola?
I think it was just fair that before my arrest, I arrived also, I was also at the north. Maybe I also forget to mention that. I was at the north. I just arrived on Monday, the 7th of July, from the north. I was 60 kilometers away from Angola border. So there was a good chance, and I was already hearing these things. There was a good chance for me to go then to Angola, rather than coming to Windhoek where I can be arrested.
But now you have had evidence in this court what the problem appeared to be, including allegation that Enecon didn't pay. Do you have any fear whatsoever these charges?
I have no fear, and I'm ready to face this to clear my name and my reputation.
In fact, is there any shame or any inconvenience in explaining to court and to all and sundry your role in this matter?
No, sir.
If they need information, are you prepared to tender to the state to say, look, maybe you don't understand. Are you prepared, being assisted by your lawyers, and explain this transaction freely, with time sitting wherever, if they think it's a crime?
I have no objection.
And if that offer was made by the ACC before you were arrested, would you have cooperated?
I will have cooperated and explained better than to come and explain it to the court.
Okay. Now let's talk about your personal. Do you have a passport?
Yes, I have a passport, and I hand it over to my legal representative. In the event that the state needs the passport, they can access it anytime.
Okay.
And I only have one.
Okay. Do you have a problem if the court, and I'm saying if the court grants you bail to, and the condition that you hand it over to the police and that you must not apply for further, any other documents, do you have any problem with that?
I have no problem, sir.
If the court grants you bail and say report in yourself to ACC and you must not interfere in any way with investigation, would you comply?
I will comply by all means.
We do not know when, because it appears the trial is not ready, but assuming the trial will take place in August, sometime in this country, it wait for 5 years, or in 5 years, would you come back to court to respond to these charges?
I'm ready to come back to court any time of the day.
Okay. Now, where are your parents?
My parents are deceased, both of them, the father and the mother.
Okay, do you have a house in the north?
Yes,
Where?
in Onipa constituency.
Onipa constituency.
Yeah, but it's on the side of Oshikoto region again.
Okay, in other words, it's Onipa, but in Oshikoto region.
Yes,
Or do you have siblings?
yes. 4 siblings, including the accused person, Peter Elindi.
No. Okay, and are they out of the country or in Namibia?
They are all in Namibia.
Okay. And you have spoken about your spouses, and now education-wise, did you ever go to school?
Yeah, fortunately, yes. I have a diploma in business administration through the IUM, that is called International University of Management,
Yes.
and also a certificate in business management through Stellenbosch.
Okay. Now, the state is saying, you said you have about 3 considerations why, in addition to the fact you want to protect yourself, and you also referred to your properties here.
Yes.
Look at the document I have given you to run through. Let's start at page 2 with properties. I see there is 11850 Ochuarongo. Whose property is that?
My property, sir.
Speak up, please.
Yeah, it's my property.
And the corresponding, let me make it clear. Who prepared this document for your legal practitioners?
My accountant.
Okay. But, okay, in the other, on the right-hand side, what is that? Is that the value of the property or what?
Far right, or is it asset
no,
value?
not far right, it's written liabilities.
Yeah.
On
So
asset, what is that? Is that value or what?
the value, yes.
Okay. Okay, so whose property is that?
It's my property.
In your own name?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a title deed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If the state want to verify, do you have any objection to verify with your legal
I have
practitioner?
no objection, sir.
Okay. Then it's written 2 times 2 wrote out plots. What's that?
Yeah, it's a plots that I have. One is, you can call it maybe a mini farm. I used to have goats there, which are no more there. I saw them last year.
Okay, but for context. This Oshuarongo property, when was it obtained? When did you acquire it?
Around 2018.
Okay. That is before this dream offered to Enecon by Namcor.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 2 times Grootouw plots, you said you used to, there are mini farms, you say.
Yeah, mini farms.
But in Grootouw, do you have is it an allocation you have? Is it a certificate? Is it a title deed? What does one have?
It's just a council allocation. They don't have a title deed.
Council, is a settlement, is it a settlement?
It's a settlement.
Okay, but do you have documentation if the state want to verify?
Yeah, the letter from the council is there. It's,
Okay. Is that, which council is that?
Grootouw town council. It's not a town council, council office.
Is it a village council or settlement or? I'm not
too sure.
Okay, fine. Then it says 2 Ondangwa property, what's that? After Grootouw? 2
Yeah.
times, yes.
The one is in Onipa Town Council.
Yeah, so it's not Ondangwa necessarily.
Yeah, no, and the other one is really in Ondangwa.
Okay, it's fine. The record will indicate it. It's fine. Are they directly yours or in a corporate entity?
No, they are in my name.
Again, if the state want to verify, do you have any problems?
I have documentation to prove.
Okay, then 329 it's Dolphin. I am not too sure whether the name is correct. Beach Office Bay.
Yeah, it's also an ERF. It's not a fixed property. It's an ERF in Warfis Bay that I obtained last year in 2024, or the end of 2020.
You obtained in?
End of 2023 to 24.
Okay, and is it in your own name?
Yes.
Okay. And 398 Wanahenda?
It's a property in Wanahenda that I obtained in 2018, between 2017, 2018.
Okay. Again, it's before this transaction.
Yes.
When I say this transaction, I'm referring now to Namcor because.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's an objection actually. Instead of suggesting the answer to the witness, may it be asked to the witness in relation to what? Instead of then giving the answer to the witness and the witness just confirming. Because he has the document and he's the owner of the property. I think he can take us through the document without suggestive questions being put to him.
Your Worship, it's fine. Maybe it's just because, remember, Your Worship, honestly,
Yeah.
it's a document 2008. I just wanted to complete. Everybody knows.
Okay. If you take note of it.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to move fast because 2018 is before 2022. But anyway, I will do it. Then 4078 extension on Gwediva. Whose house is that? Or property is that?
It's my property, sir.
In your name?
Yes, sir.
Around when did you acquire it?
This one I think is between the end of 2022 to 2023 with a loan from Windhoek.
Okay. 4225? Comazda?
Comazda, yes. This one I obtained it around 2018.
Okay.
Is it in your own name?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. Sorry, Your Worship.
Your
I
Worship,
forgot
sorry.
to ask.
It's in order.
42A, Hoogland Park?
Yes, that one is was obtained in 2015 with payment from Development Bank.
What do you mean a payment?
I mean
Or a loan or a
a
payment?
loan.
Okay. 42B, Hoogland Park?
2016, bonded by FNB.
Okay. 6114, for Island, Rocky Crest?
My first property I obtained in 2004.
Your first one, what do you mean?
My first house that I
Oh,
obtained in
fixed
2004.
one, the first fixed property.
The first fixed property
Land.
I obtained in 2004.
Okay, no, but I see you indicated Windhoek. What does that mean?
It means I took a mortgage against the property to start building the house that written Okanenge. Maybe the property is in the list.
You took a loan to start building, just clarify to court?
To start building the property that is indicated Okanenge, if you go in the list.
Okay, no, I don't understand. So are you saying you took a loan over you bonded that property, or what do
Yes.
you mean? For purposes of?
Of building the other one.
Oh, another property.
Yes.
So you used that property, a bond, and then build another property. Is that what you are trying to tell
Yes,
the court?
yes.
And that property you said is the one written, Your Worship, just at the, maybe skipping one, is the one you said Okanenge Ondangwa?
Yes, that's to start with that.
Okay.
What is the number?
Your Worship, just from the same property, 611 for Rocky Crest, the one I was dealing with,
Yeah.
you just skip BV investment. Okanenge, yes. Then, what is BV investment? Marakia Elindi
When
Family
you
Trust.
are at before Mr. Namanje,
Yes.
when you are at Okanenge, is Okanenge also in your own name?
Yeah, Okanenge is a communal land. It's not having a title deed.
Oh, so earlier when, just for court, because in law is different, earlier when you say to build a Tokanenge, which is in communal, you are actually talking about the improvement
Improvement, yes.
on the customary rent.
On the customary land.
Oh, okay. That we are talking about. Your Worship, may I then go back to BV investment?
Yes,
Yes. What is BV investment?
It's my current resident, that is number 16 Lessing Street.
It's written Marakia Elindi Family Trust. What is that a trust?
Yes, it's a PTY,
Yes.
and the trust is call it like a director.
A trust can never be a director.
Is the owner, let's
Oh,
say
is
in the PTY,
Oh, the owner is called the shareholder.
the shareholder.
Okay, let me just ask. So BV Investment is a private company,
Yes,
and then you are trying to tell the court that a trust called Marakia Erindi Family Trust
yes,
is the member, the
Yes,
shareholder
the shareholder.
in that company.
yes.
Okay, who are the beneficiaries of that trust?
Myself, my wife, and the kids.
Uh-huh. Okay. One of my colleagues apparently want to know which wife. I don't know why.
I don't know whether it's relevant, but
It doesn't. It's not relevant, honestly. Yes, proceed. Plot number 1 in Ondonga village, Onipa.
yes,
Okanenge, Your Worship, he has already explained.
Yes.
Yes. Plot number 1 Ondonga.
yeah. These are the plot also in the communal land that I obtained in 2023.
2023.
Yes,
Again, there is a name village Onipa. Is that in which region is that?
in Oshikoto, on the side of Oshikoto region.
Okay. Then Unit 34, Comasdal.
Unit 34, I bought it the same year with Wanahenda that we covered.
What-
It's
what-
2018.
2018.
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to ask you whether it's before or after, but it's clear. Then let's go to Bonsek Investment CC 174. It's written 50 members interest. What is that?
Yes, it's the office where Enecon.
It appears from plot 1, you left plot 2 and plot
No,
unit 34.
I know, Your Worship, I asked them together because in the interest of time, I just said plot 1 and 2.
Okay.
Or are they both in Onipa, Oshikoto region? You see, just those ones that you told the court that you bought them in plot
Yeah.
1 and plot 2.
Yeah, they are both there.
Is it communal rent?
Communal
or
land, yes.
Town? Is it town or communal land?
It's a communal land.
Okay. May I proceed then, Your Honor?
You can.
I'm moving now to the corporate entities. Bonsek Investment 174?
Yes, it's a property that we own, both me and Peter Elindi, 50-50.
Or is it in a CC?
Yes,
Okay. When was it acquired, if you remember?
2013, 2014.
2030?
2013,
Oh,
2014.
2013.
Yes,
Then Bonsek Investment 175?
they are the same. They are just next to each other.
Again, when was it acquired?
2013, 2014.
Zest Investment CC,
Zest Investment is,
City Heights Unit 8.
yeah, Unit 8 is also the property we have both me and Peter Elindi.
Do you know around when?
Around 2016, 2017.
Okay. Guinea Fowl, 77 Independence Avenue.
It's also the property that we have both me and Peter Elindi around 2018, 2019.
Ombiri Health Clinic Pty Limited and ERF 6127 and 6128 and equipment.
Ombiri is the clinic, the health clinic that we, me and Peter Elindi obtained in 2016 with a bond from Development Bank.
Okay. And is that clinic operational?
Yeah, still operation.
Okay. Then we move to motor vehicles.
What is your total now assets?
The
total assets,
the
the value.
what is the value set around there?
73,975,549.
And liabilities against it?
19,229,943.
Okay. May I proceed, Your Worship?
You can proceed.
Then motor vehicles, to start 2013 Ford Ranger.
Yes, luckily the year is already indicated. It's 2013. I bought it 2013.
You still keep it?
Yes.
I'll come by it. I need one. Sorry. 2005 Mitsubishi Air Track.
Yeah, that one is also indicating the year that it was bought. I still keep it.
2005.
Yes, sir.
Caterpillar ELB backloader.
This one is for 2023, if I'm not mistaken. But
Okay.
it can indicate because I bought it with an account that I put money one by one until I complete the amount with Windhoek. So there is evidence for that.
Okay. A trailer.
Trader 2023 also.
Okay. Haval. Then it's written Windhoek, VAF. I don't know what that means.
Yes, it's a vehicle that I bought with the bondage from Windhoek. Is one of my wife.
One of?
My wife. It's my wife's car.
Oh, you bought for the wife?
Yes.
Okay. But does that mean that Windhoek was involved in the purchase or what?
Yes, it's a high purchase.
Okay. Good man you are. 2023 BMW.
That's my car.
It's written Windhoek VAF. What does mean? What
It's
does
all-
it mean?
It's a bond. I mean, it's a high purchase
Okay.
with Windhoek.
The 2022 Land Roya or Rover. It's written Roya. What is that? Windhoek.
Supposed to be a Range Rover
Yeah.
for my wife, who's also an accused here. I bought it in 2022 November with it was a trade-in
Yeah.
with another car that was bought in 2019. So the deposit for the trade-in is the one that we used, and the bank financed the rest of the money.
Okay. Then the court reminded me about around the value of those properties. What is the value there?
Yes, it's the BV investment is for my current.
No. After like you did with respect to.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, Your Worship. It's the asset amount is 5.5 million.
And the liability against those assets?
3,073,000.
Okay, then we move to household content, furnitures, fittings, and other things. I don't want to waste time. What is the total value around in those three named properties?
9.3 million.
Then we go to members' interest, G shareholdings. You see that?
Yes, sir.
Then it says Bank Windhoek shares. What is that?
Is the share that you can buy through Capricorn Investments. I have 700 ordinary shares.
Or does it? Is this on stock exchange or what?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so it's a public list.
Public
is,
list.
Is it a public listed company?
Yes, sir.
Bank Windhoek. Oh. Okay. Any sale of shares?
Yeah, the Enecon sale of share, it's the when we sell Enecon in 2023 February, I think.
Yeah.
The new shareholders,
Okay.
they did not pay it up in full.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So that's why it's indicated again, still
Okay.
until today.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Zoya Mineral CC, 45 members interest. What is that?
It's a mining company that I'm a member. It's a CC. I'm a member with 45%.
What is a mining company? What is the asset in that?
The asset are EPLs, exploration license,
In what miner?
in uranium, uranium, copper, and other minerals.
Okay, maybe I forgot. Bank Windhoek shares, when were they acquired?
Around 2016, 2017.
Okay. Zoya Mineral, let me maybe make it clear. When you say EPLs,
Yes, sir.
how did the company obtain EPLs?
In order for the company to obtain EPL, the member has to apply through the Ministry of Mines and Energy and pay for the geologist in order to map the area that they are area of interest where the EPL has to be.
So, in other words, are you saying the company applied to get EPLs?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is this something available to any members of the public to do if you so wish?
Yes, like if I have to say something, why I was also at pain for the timing of the arrest, I was just on the verge to sign an agreement with the investor on the EPL 8289 of a uranium EPL.
You say you were at pain. What do you mean at the arrest? Why are you saying
I say the timing of the arrest. I mean, should maybe the state could have waited for another 2 weeks while they are making copies. I could have been able to sign that agreement.
No, it's not even a matter of laughing.
Yes.
It's a serious matter. Yeah, it's a serious matter. Yeah. Yes. What are you saying?
I said, should they waited for another 30 days, I could have maybe finished signing the agreement with the investor.
Okay, what was the transaction going to be worth? And what is signing up the investor? The investor to do what?
To becoming selling the rights or within the EPL. You can normally sell a right within the EPL, and then the investor can assist in start drilling to find the actual minerals in that EPL.
Okay, let me just understand how I told the gallery that it's not even a joke. Now, the investor, when you say to start drilling, is it an economic activity? Is it a business undertaking?
There's a business undertaking. We already signed the first letter of undertaking, LOI, with an investor. And now they wanted just to finalize the documentation and that for them to list it in their country stock exchange.
Okay. And if they were to drill, is it something that how does it, at your personal level, does it advantage you? Does it benefit you? And to the country, does it benefit the country?
It benefits me and the country because, I mean, there is even a documentation that is already listed for the people that can able to see. It's not even like hiding. Clarify exactly how much they should have buy into the CC and the progress to start drilling.
Would there have been any employment during the drilling and activities of the investor through your company?
As far as I know, they already even employed 2 people. I can also say give employment to 2 people. They were conducting this business through the law firm, I think, Inkling and Streeter, and they also asked a geologist at the cost to do. A geologist has to drill to do. They call it. Let me just get the name. Have to write a report, a technical report.
Okay. But were you going to be completely out if they buy interest in the...
No, sir.
Okay.
We
And when I say you, it's you and your brother.
yes, we were supposed to hold 70% again.
Oh,
Yeah, only 30%. It's only 70% that we were
okay, for the investor.
for the investor.
Okay, who's...
Before you proceed, yes, it's opportune time for the court to adjourn for lunch until 1400 hours. Say you are still under oath.